Joe Biden was eating a yummy, yummy, yummy ice cream cone. It was a few weeks after the debate, and well, Joe Biden's polls were looking awful. He didn't really know what to do, so he did what he could do, as he simply just ate ice cream. As his polls would go down more and more, he would try to get anyone at all to help him win the election, but nothing really worked until one day something happened. One of his people working with him would walk up to him. Joe, I need you to do me a favor. What, you want to win this election, don't you? Joe would say, of course I do. But what do you mean by that? Well, if you want to win this election, then the only way is to use a bit of, well, magic. As Joe Biden was confused, magic. If we can summon some supporters from the afterlife, they could help us. Joe Biden assumed this guy was on something, just like his son. However, he was enjoying his ice cream, so he didn't really care that much, so he said go ahead, as in, he handed him a spell book, as it was supposed to summon Stolas. But Joe Biden read it wrong, and it ended up bringing him to the Hasbin universe. As he was summoned straight into the universe, he looked around confused and scared, as he had no idea where he was. As in, Charlie walked and said, "This guy looks familiar. Wait, are you a human?" Joe Biden would say, "What? Yeah, I'm a human. Of course I am." Charlie would say, "Wait, you look kind of famous and familiar. Come inside." As Joe Biden would walk inside the hotel and sit down, Charlie would be sitting down not knowing what to do. As Vaggie would walk in, "What? Oh my god, is that the president? What is he doing here? Charlie, did you kidnap the president? Why? How?" "No, I didn't. He just showed up here. What do we do?" Joe Biden says, "I think you should get me ice cream." As Vaggie would just sigh and say, "Of course. Alastor will walk out and say, "So is this the president, huh? Wow, he looks kind of old." And, well, I'm old, but still, even to me, that's old. There's old and then there's old, you know? Like, there's old-fashioned and there's actually being old, and there's just looking and sounding old. And Charlie would say, "We get it. You don't like him. Just take care of him while we try to figure something out." As Vaggie and Charlie would try to figure something out, Alastor would sit down next to Joe Biden and say, "So, big guy, what do you think?" Biden would say, "I don't know where I am." And I actually mean that in a literal sense, not a I got lost sense. As Alastor would say, fascinating. I could help you win this election. All you have to do is make a little deal with me, Give me something when I ask for it." Joe Biden would say, "You can have some money." "No, I don't." "Listen, if you won the election again, you'd be very powerful, and you could pass some laws. Laws that can help some organizations of mine," Alastor said. As Joe Biden wasn't really paying attention, "Can I have some ice cream?" Alastor would sigh and say, "Yeah." As he gave him some ice cream, he started to lick it. "So if I let me win, you'll help me stop Project 2025? Alastor says, "I want no part in politics. This is just a political scandal for me to have more power. I do not care about your issues or policies. So you're a liberal like me. We're going to help save America." Alastor says, "No. Please do not get me involved in this. Just don't tell anyone we work together, alright? I don't want to be associated with you, but yes, do we have a deal?" As then Alastor and Joe Biden looked at each other. As Joe Biden said, "What were we talking about?" As Alastor sighed and said, "This is so annoying. Just shake my hand." Joe Biden said, "Alright." As he shook his hand, a large light appeared between the room, as then Alastor left. Soon after, Lucifer would walk in. "So, Biden, I'm gonna send you back now. Go on, and, yeah. I mean, I would give you an endorsement, but I am Lucifer, the devil, so, you'd probably do more harm than good. Go off." As in, Joe Biden says, "Thank you for your vote." As in, Lucifer made him disappear. As in, Lucifer says, "Do you think he was conscious during any of that?" Charlie said, No, I don't." As in, Joe Biden would continue, but this time something would happen. Joe Biden would go out to give a speech, but suddenly Alastor would take over his body. As the crowd was ready for, his traditional boring speeches, but suddenly Alastor began to talk. In Joe Biden's voice, of course, but this voice, the way he talked, the way he addressed himself, it was nothing but charismatic. Now, this wasn't such a big deal because most people there were Joe Biden fans anyway, but the few people who weren't fans who were watching him, they were, well, surprised and even bewildered by his suddenly surprise charisma as he wooed the entire crowd in a way that has never been done before, especially not by him. However, they all chalked this up to a one-time thing, but Joe Biden continued to do this. Every time he was going to talk, every time he was going to spread his message, he did it in an Alastor way. It was so charismatic. It was so, well, interesting. And Joe Biden even began to sing and dance. He made music videos explaining his way, just like how in Hazbin they would sing about things they want. And this honestly should have not worked. This should have been dumb, but it worked well with the young voters. It worked well with everyone. And suddenly Trump's polls began to look worse. This baffled everyone as we cut to Trump. Trump would be getting desperate as he thought that this election was in the bag. But with Joe Biden suddenly doing better, what would he do? He didn't know what to do, but then he had an idea. As Trump didn't know what to do, he turned to the Bible as he was going to ask for holy health. He prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed, but nothing really happened until eventually Adam himself flew down. It's me, Adam, the first man on Earth. Trump was shocked as he looked around, as time was frozen around him. What did you do? Just a little trick. Anyway, I heard you needed help. Maybe I can make some speeches for you. You need to be more bold, more out there. Trump would say, I am the best. No one is out there as me. No one ever. This is a lie. As Adam and Trump would actually go back and forth because they both had pretty big egos. But eventually Trump would give and let Adam help him. As things went well for Biden, Trump also started to do better, as Adam started to go out there with his outbreak attitude. And you know how Trump uses rage bait? Imagine that times 10 with Adam, because yeah, and that would go extremely interestingly. Biden policies already weren't popular, but now with Trump rage baiting and some of his policies aren't popular also, this was going to be an interesting election, as finally a debate was coming up, the second one between both of them, the one that would determine the election. But this election would be between not Joe Biden and Trump, but Adam and Alastor. As the debate went on, they both stood up and looked at each other, and they could see each other's true forms. As Adam was shocked to see if it was a demon controlling Joe Biden, but it made perfect sense now. He was going to wipe the floor with this demon. As then the questions came on, and Alastor began to answer them in an old-timey manner, an old-timey, fancy, civilized manner. And Adam answered them in, well, in-your-face manner, and they both really resonated with their voter base until the argument started. But this time, at least they could answer questions, unlike, the real debates. Until things slowly dive down worse and worse and worse, until they were just yelling at each other, just like the real Trump and Biden. But as they yelled, Alastor would use this as an opportunity to get his way, as he would keep speaking eloquently and not let Adam get to him, no matter what he said. And we would lay out points. This would slowly make Adam lose the debate, as Alastor pulled out on top, winning the debate and making great music videos against Adam was starting to pull the numbers. However, would it be enough? Usually no. However, there was someone running, a third-party candidate, and he was going to pull, for every one Democrat voter, 3 Republican voters. So hopefully that third-party candidate would be enough for him to win, as finally election day came. Adam and Alastor both had a lot on the line here. Alastor wanted to control America, so that way he'll get so much power he can get rid of the deal and pull all the strings once and for all. And Adam wanted to do it to, Adam just felt like it, honestly. Adam does things because he feels like it, and the extermination thing was getting boring. This could be fun. Being a president, walking around like you're the best of the best, walking around like you're the man in charge would be extremely fun. And God has been out for a long time. He took like a vacation, never came back. So Adam needed to do something to fill his time. And as Biden and Trump sat down, they waited for the election results. It was an extremely close election. It all came down to Pennsylvania, but Biden won. As Alastor would smile, he did it. Alastor won the election, and now he will be the one pulling all the strings. Now, as I make this video, I know a lot of you are going to be like, what did I just watch? I want to change it up a bit, since it's always go to their universe. I always thought, well, what if they went to theirs? I just put in Hazbin Hotel so you would watch it. And the election's getting crazier and crazier. And I don't really like to do political stuff usually, and this is probably the most political I'll get. Keep in mind, I made fun of both candidates in this. I made fun of both of them, so I want you to have that know that I do not support either candidate. And that's as political I'll get, is saying I don't like Biden and I don't like Trump. I don't like either of them. And that's the most political thing you'll ever hear me say on this channel, because I do not want to make it about politics. Even though this video was the most political thing I'll ever make ever, and I'll never make anything like it again. I don't know. I don't know what took over me. I don't know why it made this, honestly. I do not know. So when you ask me in the comments, what am I smoking? I don't know. I don't think I'm smoking anything. But what do you think I'm smoking in the comments? And if you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And please do not argue down in the comments, because I know this was very political, but we are all people. And we all, have feelings. We all care about each other. And we are all human. And, the whole thing of tribalism and division, it just... both sides treat the other like they're not human, like they're unhuman, and I don't like that. I feel like we're both human. I feel like both sides of the left and right are both humans, and we can both come together. I don't know. What do you guys think? How is your day going? Yeah. How's your day going? And are you okay? Let me know in the comments below. Either way, I love you. I love all of you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for helping me grow. Thank you for putting me where I am now. I couldn't have done it without any of you right now. Honestly, it's crazy to think that this channel is now a year old. A year ago, we started the channel. We got 4,000 people. 4,000 people on our side. And soon it's about to be 5,000. 5,000 subscribers in a year. Can we hit 10,000 next year? I hope so. Because I know I'm not stopping anytime soon. Anyway, peace out. Love you all.